I'd also like to acknowledge visitors here. We've obviously got CSIRO, we've got AIMS folk, we've got UWA folk locally. We also have our colleagues and collaborators at Woodside. We have our partners at DBCA and others. And this is a reflection of just how important this project is and the links between what scientists do at the coalface, possibly a bad turn of phrase, at the reef face, and how that goes through the management or other systems to provide that advice to protect, conserve, and hopefully improve the natural values of Ningaloo and other places. Just some highlights to remind people that Ningaloo has been running for 9 years. There's 50 field campaigns that have operated. The field trip isn't just the nice slides of clear water and turtles, which I have been reassured is an everyday event, clear water, beautiful conditions, still and calm. But it's also the logistics, the planning, this health and safety, and all the build-up, mobilisation and demobilisation. So over those 50 field trips, they've run smoothly because it takes a village to run a program like this. We've also interacted with more than 1,000 and well more than 1,000 members of the public and school kids to extend it. So this is not only a good thing to do because we're all excited by sharing our science, it's important to get the community on board. We're going to regions, and also the next generation, encourage the next generation to think about the local area and think about science and STEM, which will be important into the future. Of example is the 7 PhD candidates that have either completed or are ongoing as part of that generation of the future science. The exciting thing for me is that compared to my undergraduate and my teaching, the modern PhD students are so literate in coding is second nature, working with smartphones, the interweb thing that they deal with. It's all new and it's all exciting, and bring those new ideas through to enhance the skills of senior scientists. And it's one of the things that scientists are a pathway to impact and they're excited about are the papers, and there's a whole lot of papers there. You can see a web link to see what the publication record from the Ningaloo team is, but some of the papers I've brought out, obviously it's in Nature, it's a big impact, but have a look at the list of collaborators. Not all of these were directly associated from Ningaloo projects or before. Some of these are management agency staff, some are collaborators at other institutions. The world's complex now. It's a single researcher at a single location can't do the big scale science and impact. There's also a range of reviews and setting lines in the sand with new knowledge. Again, in this case led by Ningaloo person who is headlining today's presentations, but also there's management agencies, there's other researchers, there's junior researchers, there's senior researchers all contributing. And the last example I'll bring up is that one of the ones led by Anna, who I think is here somewhere, who is a PhD through Ningaloo earlier, who has completed her PhD, is now working as a professional scientist with AIMS. So it's not about just the senior scientists, it's that development and it's that moving on to enhance the scientific community nationally. The other part that CSIRO is interested in, and it gets more and more pointed across all research groups, is what's the impact? So some of the impact that has led from the concept to doing the work to publishing papers and getting it peer reviewed is going towards management agencies or providing advice to governments and others. So there's obviously informing the World Heritage Area group and actually directly addressing some of the needs that they have identified. So it's science for a purpose and science for an impact. The other one locally is that with the turtle program that you'll see today, that is directly addressing some of the needs from DBCA, who are responsible for the conservation of biodiversity in the state, and nationally and internationally as well. With that, I'll just hand briefly to Denise. Oh, one other thing I forgot, to make sure that the good folk at home or watching it or whoever you're going to share it with, could you please speak into the microphone?